I obviously have to put this to both of you.
Yes.
What you're essentially saying is that the Duke of Sussex is guilty of harassment and bullying and improper conduct in the governance of a charity.
Well, let me put it to you this way. I'm going to give you a really good example. The only reason I'm here, Trevor, is because at some point on Tuesday, Prince Harry authorized the release of a damaging piece of news to the outside world without informing me, or my country directors, or my executive director. And can you imagine what that attack has done for me, on me, and the 540 individuals in the Centre Valley organizations and their family? That is an example of harassment and bullying at scale. And so if the world didn't want to believe that there's such a thing as bullying, this unleashing of the Sussex machine on me and the 540 employees at Centre Valley who received this and have had to defend it. 540 employees at Centre Valley who received this and have had to defend it.
By the way, when you say the Sussex machine, what are you talking about?
The PR machine that supports Prince Harry's efforts. The only way we discovered of his decision was through the Sussex machine activating newspapers.
You were not told that he planned and the Princesa planned to resign?
We were informed that they have the intention to withdraw if I went to the High Court. And can you imagine what that attack has done for me, on me, and the 540 individuals in the Centre Valley organizations and their family? That is an example of harassment and bullying at scale. And so if the world didn't want to believe that there's such a thing as bullying, this unleashing of the Sussex machine on me and the 540 employees at Centre Valley who received this and have had to defend it.
By the way, when you say the Sussex machine, what are you talking about?
The PR machine that supports Prince Harry's efforts. The only way we discovered of his decision, people didn't want to believe that there's such a thing as bullying. This unleashing of the Sussex machine on me and the 540 employees at Centre Valley who received this and have had to defend it.
By the way, when you say the Sussex machine, what are you talking about?
The PR machine that supports Prince Harry's efforts. The only way we discovered of his decision was through the Sussex machine activating newspapers.
You were not told that he planned and the Princesa planned to resign?
We were informed that they have the intention to withdraw if I went to the High Court.
Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So it looks like Harry and Meghan in the Telegraph and many other places has released the Sussex machine on Tom Bower. Will it work? So deranged new book. Harry and Meghan says Tom Bower crosses the line from criticism into fixation. This is the PR attempt of Harry and Meghan's PR to try to smear Tom Bower. So Meghan and Harry called the new biography by Tom Bower a, quote, deranged conspiracy and melodrama. Oh, conspiracy. He's a conspiracy theorist. Oh my goodness, every CIA keyword is in here. Deranged for their Sussex squad. Conspiracy. Now they're adding melodrama. Wow. So the Sussex machine is using every CIA trigger word that they can think of that they use against people who tell the truth. It's been going on for years, like anti-vaxxer, you know. I mean, this is serious psychological attacks here because they accuse Tom Bower of being fixated. They said, quote, he crossed the line from criticism into fixation. So Harry, who's a bully and uses the Sussex PR machine to attack his, employees and his coworkers and fellow board members like Dr. Sophie that you just heard. And Harry is going to be speaking about psychosocial, I think is the word they're using, for mental health in the workplace. Yeah, Harry, the big bully who uses his PR machine to attack and defame anyone who doesn't work the way he likes, to get them fired, to get them to quit. Now they're using more psychological terminology to accuse Tom Bauer of fixation, conspiracy theorist, being deranged, right? So this is all attacking his psychology and mental health. I find it interesting that Harry and Meghan think nothing of as people who do not have any qualifications whatsoever. But of course, to try to pretend like they are a psychologist and can diagnose somebody with a fixation, right? Or being deranged or melodramatic. I mean, these are describing as psychology allegedly, and they're making ad hominem attacks on Tom Bauer, which we know because they can't refute any of the facts that he puts forth. So they're going to attack him personally, but this is slander. This is defamation. I hope Tom Bauer sues them. I'll look into that if he's going to consider. I think he should. I think Harry and Meghan have been getting away with this type of slandering of people way too long, attacking people. I mean, talk about bullies. And Harry's going to go and speak about mental health in the workplace. Oh my goodness, they should be using him as an example of everything not to do in a workplace, considering his behavior at Better Up, which TRG just went over again, the Glassdoor's reviews of workers there who were abused psychologically and micromanaged and bullied, just like Tom Bauer. So Harry and Meghan not only abuse their staff, I mean, they're extending it out everywhere. They abuse the media and journalists and YouTubers and people on Twitter. I mean, they bully everyone. They're just tyrants. They're dictators. We call them dictators, but they're really just big bullies. So what is upsetting the Sussexes to inflict their machine on Tom Bauer is that he mentioned that he wrote that Queen Camilla told friends that Meghan had brainwashed Harry. And remember, he is a lawyer and he has all the receipts to back it up. He's never been sued successfully. It also says that the former Invictus Games executive alleged that Meghan was a distraction from injured veterans. Of course, everybody says that. Everybody knows that. And he described Meghan as bling and not rehabilitation. Bauer's book also talks about the end of Harry and Meghan's contract with Spotify and the renaming of Archwell Foundation, a departure of some of their staff, and questions of whether or not they will publicly reconcile with the king in 2027 Invictus Games in Birmingham. So I don't see any conspiracy theories there. I see quotes from people who know the royal family and Harry and Meghan and former employees that he's spoken to and interviewed. That's not conspiracy theory. That's called doing your due diligence, Harry and Meghan. A new extract also describes the story of a wheelchair-bound basketball match where the American team got up and walked away. It turned out they were not disabled, unlike the Nigerian team that they were playing against. And as other people have pointed out, Harry and Meghan visited Nigeria, and Meghan was treated like a queen and even given a princess title. And then the Nigerian team, their visas were rejected by Canada when they tried to enter the country for the Invictus Games. And Harry didn't even lift a finger to call Trudeau to fix it. Just saying. Another passage about the couple's early relationship claims that, quote, Meghan had become a divisive agent. To please her, Harry was ignoring his old friends. Harry even changed his telephone number without telling his family. Wow. Talk about the narcissist isolating the person, huh? It says, quote, the jovial lad about town became possessed by seeking revenge. Increasingly, Harry's character mirrored Meghan's. Emotionally, he veered towards extremes. Simple dislikes became passionate hatred. Quote, Meghan's brainwashed Harry, Camilla told a friend. So, I mean, none of this is, conspiracy theory. This is all backed up. Harry's friends are confirming, yeah, he changed his phone number on us. and he's gotten paranoid. It's quite obvious to everybody in the world that Harry has been becoming vengeful with all his lawsuits against the British media and with his Sussex squad attacking the British journalists. I mean, it's absolutely insane what Harry has been doing with his power, with Meghan's negative, diabolical, satanic influence, in my opinion. But it's quite obvious to everyone in the world. And for Harry and Meghan to try to claim that they just can't stand that Tom Bauer has the facts, interviewed these people, has the receipts, and they know that Harry and Meghan, if Tom Bauer's lying, why don't you just file another lawsuit? You've only sued 100,000 times already. Why not another one? Oh, because they know they'll lose because Tom Bauer's right, as we all know. So, yeah, it goes on with more defamation and slander from Harry and Meghan here. In a statement, they said Mr. Bauer's commentary has long crossed the line from criticism and fixation. This is someone who has publicly stated, quote, the monarchy, in fact, depends on actually obliterating the Sussexes from our state of life. Yes, amen. He has made a career out of constructing ever more elaborate theories. Oh, constructing more elaborate theories. Yeah, interviewing people. Yes, that's really elaborate. No, it's not, Harry and Meghan. And people he does not know and has never met. You know, again, we don't have to meet you. We didn't meet Hitler. We didn't meet Jeffrey Epstein, but we still know they're criminals and mass murderers, kind of like you two, in my opinion. Quote, those interested in facts will look elsewhere. Those seeking the deranged conspiracy and melodrama know exactly where to find him. So, yeah, wow. Yeah, a spokesman for the Invictus Games said it was disappointing to see the Times give prominence to commentary that appears to be driven by a long-established agenda. Also, now they're going to try to fling Tom Bauer as being an agenda of the royal family or Prince William or Catherine. I'm sure they'll blame Catherine at the end, right? Harry and Meghan are always twisting things. They are the conspiracy theorists and liars, twisting everything with their PR. Wow. And they got some dupe here, the Invictus Games, who's, doing their bidding here, speaking for them. Foundation exists. So Invictus Games is claiming that the foundation exists to support the recovery of and rehabilitation of wounded, injured, sick. Yeah, but there's a story out there of one of the people being injured and they didn't get any help from Invictus. And in fact, Invictus doesn't even pay for the players to travel there and whatnot. Unlike Harry and Meghan, Invictus pays for their private jets. Wow. Everybody knows Invictus is the Harry and Meghan show. Yeah. Buckingham Palace has not commented on the book, but I assume they'll say recollections may vary. So let's take a look at this. Harry and Meghan releasing the Sussex PR Machine. Will it work? Let's see. Wow. They're really trying here. Last gasps at trying to seem as if they're legitimate. Yeah. Let's find out. And I heard Prince Andrew may be losing his line of succession and may have to give it up. Ooh. So let's see here. How will it go? And will Tom Bauer sue? Will he sue them for this defamation and slander? I hope he does. They're slandering a lawyer. How stupid can you be, right? Yeah, the top dumbest things Harry and Meghan have done. There's quite a number of them. This is up near the top. It's in the top 10, right? It's got to be. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Harry and Meghan, the Sussex PR Machine, which includes the Sussex Squad and everything. Their PR, Sunshine Sucks. How's it going to go? And, yeah, let me see here. And what bothered them the most? What triggered them the most as far as what's come out? I mean, the book hasn't even been released yet officially. It's just a short excerpt that was released in the Times. So there's more to come. A lot more, apparently. So I'm just wondering what particular story, revelation, bothers Harry and Meghan. What truth, the real truth, bothers them the most? And I look into that. a particular story, if I can get that from the card. Yeah. Are Harry and Meghan going to try to sue? No, not going to sue it, but what are Harry and Meghan expecting to accomplish with this smear campaign against Tom Bauer? What's going to happen next? Will they get sued? Will Tom Bauer sue them? That's what I'll look at. Will Tom Bauer sue them for defamation? Harry and Meghan, yeah, most upset about with this. How do they see Tom Bauer? And what are they hoping for? And how's it gonna end up? Let's find out. Harry and Meghan's smear campaign. Let's see what the cards show. So that's the general situation here with Harry and Meghan's smear campaign. Oh, look at that. Page of Swords. Yeah, a bunch of lies and petty attacks here. And it's but mainly lies that they're telling. Thought is at the top. Harry and Meghan can't think. They're not thinking things through. And they don't think for themselves. It's their PR putting out their nonsense. And they are just being again, ad hominem personal attacks and trying to use quotes out of context from interviews that he's given. And surrounding that, Ten of Swords. Yeah, they want to attack his reputation. They're like, he's fixated, bing, bing. Each arrow is like an attack on defamatory attack on his psychology, attempting to psychoanalyze him and accuse him of fixation and conspiracy theories and other things. So, yeah, they definitely want to, again, swords and swords reverse. I guess he has an excess of, and also through their PR, that they're just trying to destroy his reputation, smear him. And because they cannot face the facts, that the truth, the real truth, they cannot handle it. They will not try to defend it because they know it's true. And here we go, the bottom of all, death. Oh, death. Yeah, this is the death of Harry and Meghan's PR onslaught here, I hope. Or else the end of their, something here. Their, maybe their line of succession in the royal family, something big. They're worried about, Harry and Meghan are very worried about this ending their ability to become, working royals again and staying in the line of succession. So this is a life or death battle for Harry and Meghan, right? This is their whole career depends upon being able to get back in the royal family because nothing else is working, as we know. And Tom Bauer is, sticking arrows into it. Like, no, you're not going there. So Harry and Meghan have nowhere else to go, right? So they don't want it sabotaged, and it is, but by the truth, by their own activities. So at the bottom of it all, yeah, Page of Wands, potential. Again, another page. So I get the idea that that Harry and Meghan do want their children to, be in the royal family and to be in the line of succession is like the real basis of behind everything for Meghan and Harry in trying to ensure that. And also page and page with words, ideas, lies. They're both reversed. Well, no, this Page of Swords reversed. Page of Wands upright, using their PR and just using the media and social media as a weapon in the background with their pettiness. So, yeah. So what story bothered Harry and Meghan the most? Which story? Seven of Pentacles reversed. About the money with Invictus, I think, and the fact that they don't do any work, they're a distraction. They really didn't like that. This is Prudence reversed because Harry and Meghan are not prudent with money and with funding to Invictus. So I do take this that they're most concerned about how badly how bad it looks with how they handle their money, right? We all know they're giving Ashley Biden money, and the IRS is looking into that because they lied, and also the fact that they funded Jory Craig, who's part of the CCDH censorship complex, and as well as everything else they've been doing. Now they changed the name of Archwell. Another thing they hate is him explaining that they changed the foundation from Archwell to what is it, Archwell Charities now, or whatever it is, philanthropies. They changed that to a 501c3 or whatever. I don't understand all of these charity stuff, but I do know that the change means that Harry and Meghan don't have to give a public tax report anymore. So going forward, we're not going to be able to see their tax returns. There's no transparency. It becomes very opaque. That's the real reason Harry and Meghan changed the Archwell Foundation to philanthropies to do that. So we're not going to know in the future who they're giving money to, which corrupt individual they're giving money to. So that's money, the money, and how bad it looks for them with them funneling money to criminals. And there we go. And what are Harry and Meghan, are they expecting to do? Are they expecting to go to court? Oh, Queen of Swords reverse. Yeah, no, they're not. Meghan's going to bitch and moan and play the victim and attack him in whatever way she can. But she's not. Of course, they're not going to bother trying to sue him because they know they'd lose. They know he knows way too much about Meghan in particular. The key word on this one is imagination. Yeah, they know Harry and Meghan are just living in their delusions. They're the ones who are delusional with everything they do and what they think they can get away with. And they don't want that exposed in a courtroom where Meghan has already lied to a judge in court when she said that she didn't help Omid Scobie write the book Finding Freedom, and she had to apologize. So she doesn't want a replay of that because they know they're not going to be able to fight it in court. So I'm going to get a no here that they are not going to bother to try to sue. And then what are they most afraid of with all of this? And again, tradition, 10 of coins. So they are afraid that they're not going to be able to get back into the royal family and that they're going to be taken out of the line of succession, and they're not going to get all the money and goodies that Meghan wants to get for her and her so-called son. Yeah, that some surrogate carried for her, as everybody knows. But it's the royal family. She doesn't want to be kicked out of the royal family line of succession there. And being a working royal like Andrew's, like what's happening to Prince Andrew, they're terrified of that. It looks like, and especially about the money. And they're keeping, Meghan wants to keep her hand in the pot. So what are they hoping for? 8 of Wands reversed. They're hoping that they can kill the sales there. They're hoping that they can really dissuade people from wanting to buy it. So they're trying to this is overflowing publicity, PR and comments and social media. And I see it as excessive and using their, Sussex squad that, they deny using to try to everything that Tom Bauer comes out for any tweet that's positive about Tom Bauer, they're going to come back with 20 against him. So there's a lot going back and forth right now. A lot of people attacking Tom Bauer on Twitter, obviously paid for by Harry and Meghan's PR. How do they see Tom Bauer right now? And I get, 9 of Swords reverse. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they really hate him. 9 of Swords, suffering. Yeah, excessive suffering here. They want to make him suffer. They want to destroy him psychologically. They want, he's an older man, right? So Harry and Meghan love abusing older people. So they do want to they see him as somebody who they want to suffer. And, the 9 of Swords is usually somebody sitting in a bed looking mentally ill. So I think it's a mental illness card. They want to make it look, he's not mentally ill, obviously, but they want to make it look like he is by accusing him of fixation and conspiracy theories and whatnot. So that's what their goal is. Harry and Meghan are parading around like they're mental health experts, and they're they're weaponizing that with the backing of the World Health Organization and Bill Gates, nonetheless, to attack the mental health of Tom Bauer. And this is going forward. This is how they're attacking all conservatives or anyone who's a traditionalist or a conservative or a nationalist who wants borders and sovereignty and bodily autonomy. Well, you're going to be attacked for being mentally ill, having mental health problems. And that's going forward how they're attacking conservatives and purging them from business. And that's why Harry is talking about mental health in business now, in my opinion. Not just my opinion, it's what's happening is they're weaponizing mental health against anyone in the workplace that anyone feels, bullied by or offended by. Yeah, and who's offended the most? The communist Marxist leftists, they're offended by everything, right? So that's why they're getting into this whole thing, and they're using it to try to use it against Tom Bauer here. They're using that mental health, weaponization of mental health. And I brought it up before, and when communism came into Russia, they actually made up a mental illness that didn't exist in order to forcibly hospitalize people who, dissidents, and they called it sluggish schizophrenia. And they did this during World War II. They would falsely diagnose someone with this fake disease, kind of like a fake PCR test and fake disease. But anyways, this is what they do. They weaponize psychiatry, and Dr. Peter Breggin talks all about this. Psychiatry is weaponized on a regular basis. It has been throughout by the globalists, and Harry and Meghan are now using mental health and meant to weaponize against Tom Bauer. This is an old tactic of Marxist communists. It's nothing new. So anyways, is Tom Bauer going to sue Harry and Meghan? Oh, I got 8 of coins reversed. So I don't think he'll have to. I think that he knows. I don't think he'll choose to. I think that he's just going to let his work speak for itself, and I think that I'm getting a no here. Skill is a key word on this. He knows that he's done an excellent job on his book, and it speaks for itself. So no, he knows that his book's selling. He's happy. And the long term, the lovers in the long term. So, I mean, in the long term, it's like, Tom Bauer is I'm trying to see how this is going to fit out. I get a positive card here. I could take the lovers as Harry and Meghan are going to be over the top, trying to pretend to be the perfect couple, and everyone just writes about them because they're so jealous and all that nonsense that them and their Sussex squad put out. So I see them going over the top. Okay, that's what I see. I see that they're not going to bother trying to sue Tom Bauer. He's not going to sue them. But Harry and Meghan are going to go into overdrive here with the lovers, with the same old, he loves her and she loves him, like Hillary Clinton said early on. He loves her and she loves him, and anyone who says otherwise is just a racist. You're a racist. So yeah, you can look it up. She did that. She said that. I mean, Harry and Meghan and their quote unquote love story has been weaponized since day one. That was the whole point of this operation, Megalodon. So yeah, there you have it. So I was going to expect over the top propaganda, maybe some more Harry and Meghan fleeing the palace type movies, but now it'll be Harry and Meghan giving the royal family one more shot, because they're so forgiving. They decided that they'll give the royal family one last try to stop being such a racist, right? So yeah, so I do see them being over the top of the PR, promoting themselves and their alleged love story here. It's fake and phony as it is, and Harry and Meghan are. The only thing real about Harry and Meghan is their Sussex PR machine, their war machine, and their weaponization of their PR against the truth. So there you have it. That is what I have for you today. I hope you found this interesting. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.